Good morning and welcome back to Keto Living with Dale and Judith. We've been home now 17 days and it's been more than a week since the last video. And recently I've been so tired. It felt like a zombie because I've been sleeping in the recliner for 17 days. And finally last night I was able to go back upstairs to my bed. I finally felt comfortable enough to leave Dale downstairs in his hospital bed, so I feel so much better. I want to get back to a regular filming schedule. Now it's time to cook breakfast, so we're going to film Dale's full day of eating, about 40 grams of net carbs. We're trying to balance his blood sugar, which is going up because of his anti-rejection medication, but at the same time, he needs to gain weight and regrow the liver. So let's start with his uncured no sugar bacon. He's going to have 4 slices. We also need to balance not giving him too much salt. Every day, Dale needs to drink a minimum of 2,000 liters of liquid, 2 liters of uncaffeinated liquids. If he has something with caffeine in it, then he has to increase the liquids to balance out that caffeine. And he's been enjoying hot tea every morning. And I just bought these cute tins of tea. And this morning, I'm going to give him vanilla decaf tea. I'm ready for my drink. I'm in recovery mode. The tea doesn't have any net carbs in it. For breakfast, I'm going to give him some high protein ratio yogurt with 1 ounce of raspberries. So let's get out in the garden and see if we have any that are ripe. Oh, and it's raining, so be careful, don't get wet. They're not super ripe because we're still competing with the birds. But later, when there's a lot of ripe berries on the vine, there'll be plenty to share. We need to let this soak for 2 minutes in water. That's the rule because we need to avoid any kind of infection. Bacon is one way to increase Dale's calories without increasing his carbs. But I do have to watch the salt. So right now I'm not adding any salt to foods and I'm using unsalted butter. But he is still eating salty foods like bacon, cheese, and ham. Now I'm going to scramble 3 eggs in 2 tablespoons of butter, and that's 1.7 grams of net carbs. He's also going to have 1 coconut flour waffle, 1.8 grams of net carbs. one container is 150 grams, and it's 6 grams of net carbs. Dale this morning for breakfast is going to have 72 grams of yogurt for 3.8 grams of net carbs. One ounce of raspberries is 1.5 grams of net carbs, and if I see any with some bad spots, I just set them aside. Butter is another way to increase his calories without increasing the carbs. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter to the waffle. And he's going to drink 1 bottle of Core Power high protein vanilla milk. 26 grams of protein, 5 grams of net carbs. Let me show it to you. This doesn't have lots of extra added vitamins. It just has a few, so it doesn't have that funny aftertaste. And it's sugar-free. Then the Elite has 42 grams of added protein, but it has 7 grams of net carbs, so he has this sometimes. But right now, this morning, we're going to drink the 26 gram of protein. He needs the added protein to help his body heal the next 3 months. Ooh, it looks delicious. I'm excited. Together, breakfast is 13.9 grams of net carbs. Each meal I try to keep below 14 grams of net carbs. And it seems okay. Some mornings he wakes up with his blood sugar below 100, and that's perfect. Before lunch, he's running about 150, sometimes in the 130s. But 150 is not the best. So I'm thinking maybe breakfast needs to be below 13 grams of net carbs. The hospital says blood sugar below 200 is the goal, but in my opinion, 200 is just way too high. Before dinner, he typically runs a blood sugar for about 135. Now for Dale, we prefer his blood sugar to be below 120 before meals. We've noticed when it's above 120, he gains fat. And we don't want him to gain fat. We want him to gain muscle. Now remember, he is regrowing his liver to full size. He also has 3 veins and arteries that were connected, and the bile duct was connected. And all of those intricate parts need to heal too. So I'll see you here back for lunch. He's going to have 1 keto taco with taco salad. Before surgery, he would have 3 keto tacos at a meal. But that's too many. We've had to change down to 1. Now it's time for lunch, and lunch is going to be 13.6 grams of net carbs. 1 keto taco, like I said, where he used to have 3. And today his blood sugar is 143 right now. And that's better because it was getting close to 200. He's going to have it with taco salad. So we need to go out in the garden and harvest some lettuce. I realized I haven't harvested any yet. And we need to pack Dale's Father's Day gift. Today's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all of you. So hang on. Here's what I bought him. So recently I bought him a shelf because his 2 offices are upstairs, which he can't go up to now. So the downstairs, the living room, and the dining room have become his home base. but I wanted to also get him something else. So I thought this was something he could hold his phone and little odds and ends. For me, Father's Day. I planned on serving Dale some sugar-free gelatine, but I realized I didn't have any cold. This stuff is shelf-stable. So instead of the gelatine, I'm going to go ahead and make the keto whipped cream, 1.8 grams of net carbs, and add to it 17 grams of frozen blackberries. They've already been pureed and frozen, and I broke them apart. It's going to kind of make like a frozen ice cream dessert. The blackberries have 0.7 grams of net carbs, and the whipped cream has 1.8, so that makes it 2.5 grams of net carbs. We're going to stick this in the freezer for a few minutes. Dale used to store the coconut oil that he used to fry his tortillas just on the shelf, but we can't do that anymore. His 3 anti-rejection meds are very powerful, and they lower his immune system and make him at high risk this first year for infection. So we have to really be careful with food safety and keep the coconut oil in the fridge and reheat it each time. We need to soak the lettuce for 2 minutes and then rinse it clean. I'll weigh it afterwards. 1 tortilla is 4 grams of net carbs, and I'll fry that in coconut oil. We're going to have 1 serving, about half a cup of taco meat. It's 1.6 grams of net carbs, and Dale is back to eating spicy foods. We're going to also have 1 mini holy guacamole, which is 2 grams of net carbs. And this is good because it's high in potassium. One of Dale's medications causes him to lose potassium. and 2 ounces of cheddar. I haven't yet weighed that yet. 1.9 grams of net carbs. This is 45 grams of lettuce, 0.7 grams of net carbs. And 1 sprig of cilantro, and I'll use it as a garnish, and then Dale can add however much he feels like. It's not enough to add any extra net carbs. And here's the 2 ounces of cheddar cheese. Let's warm up the coconut oil. $12.6 grams of net carbs, because I changed a few things. Come on, let's go bring it to Dale now. What do we have today? Ooh, my favorite, tacos. Dinner time, and tonight Dale's going to have 13.6 grams of net carbs for a keto grilled ham and cheese sandwich. 1 slice of keto bread is 4 grams of net carbs. He used to have 2 slices per sandwich. Let me show you the bread. It's Base Culture Original Keto Bread. And like I said, before transplant, he was able to eat 2 slices of bread. But we're having to limit him to 1 with 1 ounce of Havarti cheese, 0.3 grams of net carbs, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 1 ounce of uncured no sugar ham. It's the Applegate brand. It's really thin. And I'm going to serve it with 1 serving of keto chips, 4 grams of net carbs. It's made from 1 almond flour tortilla cut up, and 1 mini holy guacamole, 2 grams of net carbs, along with 1 tablespoon of salsa. Just make sure there's no added sugar, no added corn, beans, fruit, and let's see, 1 orange gelatine. Now it is cold. 0.4 grams of net carbs. We're going to add that to 1 serving of keto whipped cream. I'll make that using this heavy cream. The microwave's beeping at me because I'm making some Zevia gelatin. Dale's ready to start having that as a snack in the evening if he's still hungry. Any lunch meat, including the ham, we have to warm it up first. That's the rule. It's to kill any bacteria. Altogether, today, Dale will have eaten 40 grams of net carbs. And that's Dale's full day of keto foods for his low-carb diet to help control his blood sugar after his liver transplant surgery, without using his diabetes medication and with the increased blood sugar from his anti-rejection medication. Thank you for visiting Keto Living with Dale and Judith. See you later. Bye-bye. Ooh, what is it? Grilled cheese, delicious, and whipped cream with my favorite gelatin.